I'm going to teach you how to sketch and paint a Milagro heart charm. And what I'm using is a wooden heart that I had in my stash. I don't remember where I got it, but I was going to use it for another thing because I'd already painted it red and I didn't use it. So I'm using it as a template to trace out the first heart. And because I wanted two hearts, because if you'll notice on the left side, that scrap piece of paper, that's my initial sketch of what I wanted to paint for today. I am just going to go around the heart and make a slightly larger heart. And I'm trying to keep the spacing so that the heart is relatively the same size, bigger all around. But if you don't have a heart in your stash, or if you don't feel confident, you could find a heart somewhere else, like on a box or something. Find one online, print it out, cut it out, use that as a template, or just be brave and sketch it, because we're not looking for perfection, so it doesn't really matter. Now, the heart, the outer heart, I'm going to be painting with Sleeping Beauty Genuine, and it's a Daniel Smith watercolor. It's a really pretty turquoise color, and I'm putting on a light layer first. I will add a second layer in just a little bit here. But if you didn't know, the Milagro heart charms, they're also known as Milagritos, which means little miracle. And it's a small handcrafted folk art charm, and they're typically made from stamped metal, like, I don't know, like tin or brass or silver. And the heart represents matters of the emotions, romance, and spiritual or physical healing. Now I am going in with the second coat of that Sleeping Beauty Genuine because I do want it just a tad darker. And I'll just go ahead and take, I kind of wish I'd made this part a little bit thicker, but I didn't. So sometimes when I paint something, I step back and go, oh man, I wish I would have done this, or I wish I would have done that. And the thing about that is I can always paint this again. There's nobody stopping me from painting it again if I want to. But I did want that turquoise, that Sleeping Beauty Genuine, to be just a tad darker, so that's why I went in with the second layer. And then I mixed up some Pyrrole Scarlet and some Opera Pink, and I think just a tad of the Pyrrole Orange as well, because I didn't want that Pyrrole Scarlet's just really punchy, of a kind of a punchy color to me, and I wanted it slightly more pinkish, so that's why I kind of mixed it up. But you use the colors that you like and that make your heart happy. And I'm filling in the inside, and I'm trying to be like super careful because I'm not entirely sure that the turquoise, the Sleeping Beauty color is all the way dry, and I didn't really use my heat tool. I could have used my heat tool, it would have made it faster and easier, but I didn't, so there we are. Now, a lot of times in Mexican and Latin American folk tradition, milagros are symbols of devotion and gratitude, and it has deep roots in both indigenous Mexican cultures and Spanish Catholic traditions, so it dates back hundreds of years. Now, personally, I've never had a Milagro heart charm, but I think they're beautiful, and it's fun to paint. So, moving on, we're going to, I tried to lift a little bit of the color to kind of represent light hitting the charm, and then I got pretty close to the edge. Now I'm using Daniel Smith. It's an iridescent gold color. I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but that's the color I'm using. And I was going to outline the heart with it, and I decided not to. I'm going to instead, let's blot that. At the very top, I had sketched in the flames at the top. And so I am now taking that gold and I'm going in with just a light wash at the color so that you can kind of see it, but it's not like super opaque. And I'm just trying to be very careful because, like I said, I tried some of it, but I didn't try all of it. Anyway, I think kind of the fun of it is exploring and trying different things to see if you like it. And if it's something that, makes your heart happy. And I've said this before, but if you don't like how something turns out, you can always try again. And I know it's frustrating if you've taken all the time. Like if I'd gotten all this way and then I messed it up, it'd be like, oh man, I just spent this much time doing it. But, sometimes it's that way. I just think of it as a really good thing that I was able to take some time and put some paint down on the paper. My cat almost just knocked over the table. Okay, so I'm taking my pencil art brush pen and I am going around the heart. I debated on whether or not to do this because sometimes the brush pen gives it too stark of a line, and I use a brush pen, so the line can be thick and thin, and it's a little harder to control, which I like, but also on something like this, I kind of want a certain line. And if you did, you could use like a micron pen or a Sharpie fine liner or something like that to do that. Anyway, I did not. I just went in with the brush pen because I really do like the brush pen look. And then I decided to, and this is kind of where I don't know if I would have done that again, but I went and made circles all the way around the hearts on the Sleeping Beauty Genuine color. And so that really darkened up the heart there. But my thought was, we'll let that dry and we'll, look at me do my swatches. I try to do my swatches in this sketchbook because I think it'd be fun to kind of look back and see which colors I used. Sometimes I write down the colors, sometimes I don't. I may go back in and kind of write down those colors because I think I'm fixing to change my palette again. I'll tell you about that more later. But anyway, here I am drawing. I am using a heat tool, and I think I have it linked below or in my Amazon storefront. But I really like that to kind of speed up the process. And we're going to take that gold paint again. And you don't see me using it, but it's there. And I'm going to make a dot in each of those circles that I made with the brush pen to kind of highlight it and make it look like maybe like a little stone or something, or just like a little dot of gold all the way around. I like how it turns out in the end, but again, I think maybe if I'd done the dots first and then circled them and maybe used a thinner micron pen, I might have had a little bit better effect because you don't see the turquoise quite as much, and I really did like that turquoise color. So anyway, that's the colors I chose and that I used. Now we're going to move to the flame. And I'm taking another layer of the gold, but I'm not doing the whole thing. I'm just doing some lines to kind of indicate that a depth and a dimension to that little part where it looks like it's not just one flat piece. And what are we doing here? Oh, then I decided, I don't know why, but I decided to put like little spikes going all the way around. I'd looked at a bunch of Milagro charms online, and some of them had the spikes. And this is where I go rogue from even my own, because in my own pre-sketch, I didn't have this. But anyway, here we are. So I am just going all the way around and putting little dashes. And the cool thing is, this is a size, I think, 3 quill brush from Meeden. And it's very similar to like a size 4 maybe, or maybe almost a 6 in a regular round brush. But you can get, if you have a good brush, you can make it go to a super pointy point and you can make those little lines and it not all bleed together. It's really, if you have a good brush, it's really good. Now I'm taking some shimmer, and I have inexpensive shimmer. I think I got it from like Five Below or something. And some of it I think was messed up because it had like maybe mold growing on it or something. I let my paints dry, but it looks like some of it's discolored, so I had to throw that away. But I'm using a pink shimmer wash to go on top, and that's going to complete the piece. And this is how it turned out. I like how it turned out. I think it came to life how I anticipated, so I'm very happy with it. And I appreciate you joining me today and hopefully painting along with me. And I hope you come back and visit me again soon so we can paint together again. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.